What's up, guys? This is Storm, and I hope you had an amazing weekend. Welcome to another gaming news week. We have some stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's get on with the video. It looks like the studio behind the Ori series is in trouble. Moon Studio CEO on a Discord message put out basically a statement about their latest game that they put out is being review bombed. This is what he has to say. I think people think I'm joking when I'm asking for positive reviews, cause in people's mind there's always some big publisher in the background what cover costs. Folks, if you're writing here and enjoying Wicked, are excited for future updates, but haven't left a positive review, it is entirely possible that we won't be around in a couple of months to do anything anymore. Simply because we got review bomb, which led to people not buying the game. Which means we're not making any money and we'll have to shut down. I want to ask if our business wouldn't be dependent on it. I also never write reviews on anything. But if you want to see us actually finish Wicked, it is detrimental that we get the review score back up. The game he referring to is No Rest for the Wicked. Apparently on Steam is being review bombed and thus making people not want to buy the game. We've seen cases like this where some games get review bombed for the majority of the time the most stupidest reason, because either people don't like the studio, they don't like the head person of that studio, or some other reason, which is really stupid on the person part, because you're going out your way to review bomb a game and stuff that you'd even had to play it. But it is sad to hear that Moon Studios is in trouble because of the review bombs, because some companies have this thing, once a game gets like a certain review score, the developers actually get bonuses and stuff. So some companies do look at reviews like they're like a really important thing, and it's unfortunate some people will just review bomb a game because the insert reason for it right here. But it is very sad that potentially Moon Studio could get shut down because they're not making money on it, because people are not buying the game, because they're going off reviews. And I know there's always the discussion we shouldn't trust journalists when it comes to reviewing games and stuff, but all the time gamers don't even know what they want in a game. Like, people always be like, oh, we want devs to make what the kind of game what they want to make. But when the dev do that, gamers will revolt, saying like, yo, what is this game? This isn't my type of game. So it's like, what do you want? You want them to make the game, do you want them to have creative freedom, or you want them to make the game that you want? You can't do both, honestly. You can't have your cake and eat it too. Like, you have to pick one or the other when it comes to these devs. And this generation have been really bad for devs because we've seen a whole bunch of layoffs. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense that go on in the gaming industry, and I'm hopeful things will get rectified for it. Like, stuff been going downhill since the whole COVID situation that happened in 2020, and we're 5 years into this generation. But I'm still gonna remain hopeful that everything will turn out the way turn out better. And for Moon Studios, some people probably think if they brought back like the old Transformers game, that could probably help them in the end. And that's possibly because when it comes to Moon Studio, they are the ones who made the best Transformers games, with Transformers War of Cybertron and Fall of Cybertron. So especially right now, there's not any Transformers game out there, so they could have the whole Transformers market to themselves if they really want to. So, if there's any hope for Moon Studios in the future, I say just bring back the Transformers game and people will buy it like that. Put it on all platforms. If you want, put it on Game Pass so more eyes can get on it and stuff. Like, just either remake it or remaster it for the next gen consoles and PC. Shoot, even put it on the Switch too. And I bet that game will sell. But here's hoping for Highmoon Studios to be around in the future. There's a rumor going around that GTA 4 possibly could be ported or be a remaster for the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles. Somebody by Tez2 have put out answered a question from somebody asking, have you by chance heard anything about potential GTA 4 remaster / port for modern gen consoles? This is what he has to say. Someone at Rockstar hinted at the 4 port, by now it should have gone up a year in development. We may end up seeing it drop later this year. It is one more reason in addition to existing reasons why the LCPP mod was taken out. If they still follow their plan laid out from the pandemic days, they will do a MP3 port after 4. MP3, which is Max Payne 3, after 4. So that is an opportunity to do a bundle or a definitive edition, Max Payne 1 and 2 remakes, and a Max Payne 3 port. So, apparently there's some type of roadmap on releases from Rockstar that they could potentially be doing a remake for Max Payne 1 and 2 and putting out a Max Payne 3 port to the current gen consoles. I don't know how true could this be, because I did saw Tetsu did put out a statement that he doesn't think it's going to be a GTA 4 port coming out this year, but it could still be one being made. I guess until we hear otherwise, until we get like a confirmed confirmation, if they was going to reveal a GTA 4 port to announce that it would be real, it will probably be this upcoming Summer Game Fest, honestly. I say that would be a perfect place to announce it. If the rumor is it could potentially come out this year, because it wouldn't be, because in my opinion it wouldn't make sense if this turned out to be true. They do a GTA 4 port, but it wasn't coming out this year, it was coming out next year. But at the same time, they have GTA 6 coming out next year. Because if that's the case, nobody not gonna pick up GTA 4. They just gonna wait till GTA 6 drops. So I guess we have to see if this could turn out to be true. It is kind of interesting that Rockstar was playing this. If I had a choice, either the port of Max Payne or GTA 4, I would kind of go with the Max Payne, because I never played Max Payne before, so I would definitely go with that one, and that would probably just tie me over going to next year for GTA 6. So I wouldn't really need a reason for me personally to play GTA 4. Other people will probably play just so to pass the time until GTA 6 comes out. But that's just me. Amy Henning, the head producer of Skydance Media, has put out a statement about Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra has been delayed. The statement reads, "We have an important update. Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra will not be relaunching in early 2026. Taking this additional time will allow us to add more polish and make sure we give you the best possible experience and one that lives up to our vision. We have some exciting things in store and look forward to sharing more soon." the Marvel 1943 team. To be honest, I think this was expected. I believe they had some event at GDC and they showed off like some of the character models and scenes that the actors who are portraying as the Black Panther and Captain America was doing some voice lines from the scene to show off the engine, the details, all that bells and whistles. And since that at GDC, we have not seen no real update to the game. Like, they gave us a trailer, but we not see any gameplay. Like, we don't know how the game is gonna be played, especially you got Captain America, you got the Black Panther, you got a member of the Dora Milaje and an American soldier, which I'm not 100% sure if all four of them are playable or you're only playing as Cap and the Black Panther. So I kind of figured they probably would announce a delay because they said the game was going to come out this year, which is a little bit surprising to hear, especially we haven't seen nothing of this game. So I think on their part it is a smart idea to delay it, because even though that game was looking incredible, I could understand like the more polish and stuff, because like I said, we haven't seen no gameplay. So I can't say I'm looking forward to, or I can say I'm looking forward to the game because I am a Marvel fan and I did like how the game was looking, but I can't say I'm hyped for it. I can't say it's gonna be a day one buy or I'm hyped to play because I don't know how the game is gonna play. For all you know, the game, it looks nice, but I may not like the gameplay aspect of the game. So overall, it probably would have been a skip for me. So they say early 2026, so that could be from January to May. From January to May could be a possible release date, which I would have to say they probably would need to release it early May, because then GTA 6 is coming out in May 26th. So if they want this game to shine, once again, stay away from GTA. But hopefully they use the time to polish the game and give us a way better experience than what we originally was going to get. This was a surprise drop. A studio that goes by the name of Atomic Arcade is making a G.I. Joe game that'll be focusing on the Ninja Warrior Snake Eyes. From the G.I. Joe franchise, Snake Eyes is my favorite character. You see him in the two images that we have of him. You see a little bit of his helmet, his trusted katana, on his chest, like I guess like cloak, wherever he's wearing. You see he got the G.I. Joe symbol on it. With the blood, it definitely feels like it's gonna be a mature type of game. And to be honest, this low key could be cool. I can't recall whenever we had like a G.I. Joe game. Like, I know we had like movies back to back, like Snake Eyes had his own movie. If you watch the movie Transformers Rise of the Beast, their next movie they're gonna do is gonna be like a crossover with the Transformers and the G.I. Joes. I think that's gonna be cool. And the potential what this game could have, it could be like a Splinter Cell type of situation, but instead of only relying on stealth, it could be a hack and slash. Like, not like a crazy hack and slash, but a hack and slash in general. And I think that would be absolute fire. And the potential characters that we could see, like, going off by the picture, since he's already established as a G.I. Joe, this is not gonna be like this game not gonna be like an origin story of Snake Eyes, but I could see like characters we would get like Duke, Snake Eye, Duke, Gun Ho, Heavy Duty. For the villain, we could see Cobra Commander, Storm Shadow. Like the possibility that we could get, and I'm excited. Hopefully, this does turn out good. I'm really hoping, because honestly, I wish we have a Transformers game right now. But at this point, I'll tell you what I could get from Hasbro IP. Like, if the Transformers thing didn't work, I'll freaking take a GI Joe that's focused on Snake Eyes. On May 14th of this year, it was a sad day for Kingdom Hearts fans because Square Enix and the team behind Kingdom Hearts had put out a statement saying that they're canceling the mobile GPS game Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. This is what the statement had to say. We have made the decision to cancel the development of Kingdom Hearts Missing Link. We wish to convey our heartfelt apologies to everyone who has been looking forward to the start of service. Although we worked hard on developing and adjusting the game in the hope that it would be enjoyed by lots of players, we determined that it would be difficult for us to offer a service that player would find satisfactory over a long period of time, leading to us to the decision to cancel development. We would like to take this opportunity to express our thanks to everyone who gave us their support and assistance with the multiple closed beta tests. We are truly sorry to have to make this announcement. Kingdom Hearts series will continue. We are hard at work on Kingdom Hearts 4 and hope we will continue to support the series. You keep an eye out for further updates. Alright, so the mobile GPS game Kingdom Hearts Missing Link unfortunately have been cancelled. Some people who did got to try out the beta, I want to say last year or late 2023, who got a chance to try it out, and it's unfortunate because supposedly the game was supposed to come out like last year, but we haven't received no updates of it whatsoever until May 14, when the game was officially canceled. Surprisingly, at the same time later that day, they put out screenshots for Kingdom Hearts 4, which doesn't have not a release date yet, and it's been 3 years we got an update for Kingdom Hearts 4. So I believe they put out those screenshots to lessen the hurt of the Kingdom Hearts fans, because it was pretty bad. They haven't heard nothing. We haven't heard nothing about Kingdom Hearts 4 or Kingdom Hearts Missing Link since the beta test, and when the trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 got revealed in 2022. So getting the news that day that Missing Link got canceled, especially a lot of people were looking forward to it. Like me personally, I was definitely looking forward to it. And not hear nothing about Kingdom Hearts 4, it was a devastating blow. So them putting out those screenshots, which I did a whole separate video on them on my channel that you could take a look at, it was a pretty bad thing. So hopefully now, since the team that was doing Missing Link is not working on it anymore, they could put all their focus on Kingdom Hearts 4, so it could come out sooner than later than what people originally expect. But of course, we just gotta wait and see. Since these screenshots came out, some people believe that we might get a trailer for Kingdom Hearts 4 that showcase where these screenshots came from. It's a strong possibility that we could get them at Summer Game Fest that's coming, but I'm not 100% sure. Like, if there was a trailer, me personally, I would believe they would have dropped the trailer the same time as the screenshots. But I'm optimistic, and so I won't be disappointed if we won't see that from Summer Game Fest. but I will be truly surprised if we do. But we just gotta wait and see how it turns out. I'm kind of hoping they do try to incorporate the story, what was gonna be missing link, into Kingdom Hearts 4 in some shape or form, like how they did the Kingdom Hearts 2.8 game. They made the mobile game of Kingdom Hearts Union Cross into a movie. So I'm kind of hoping they do the same thing for Missing Link, because I believe in the Kingdom Hearts Union Cross movie, it was like an hour and something minutes long movie. So I'm kind of hoping they do the same thing for Missing Link for Kingdom Hearts 4. Just a tad bit more longer, in my opinion. I think a lot of fans would appreciate that. Or, this is just wishful thinking, they could try to convert Missing Link into a console game experience. I don't see how that could work, but it's wishful thinking. Me personally, I would settle just for a movie giving us the story of what's going on in Missing Link. But we'll see what happens. Ubisoft put out a statement to reconfirm that Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is coming out next year. It's a remake of the original Prince of Persia: Sands of Time game. And honestly, do I truly believe would this game do well? Who knows? Honestly. Because Ubisoft is trying to find our path right now, because they did a joint deal with Tencent that Tencent will help fund some of their IPs. Assassin's Creed Shadow did decently well. They said it sold more than Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And I don't really need to speak on Assassin's Creed Shadows. I already made my own comments on the game. It was okay. Could have been better. Ubisoft just needs to stop trying to legit flood the map with a whole bunch of BS for you to do and stuff. And yeah, if they could just get that under control, I think their game, how people perceive their games when they're looking at the map, will be given a better positive stuff. But until they fix that kind of thing, yeah, I'm not about it, honestly. But we haven't heard nothing about the Prince of Persia remake ever since, I believe it was like a couple of years ago. It was said that the people that was originally doing it, the development had restarted, I believe. I believe it was that the development restarted itself. So ever since then, we haven't heard nothing about it. I'm honestly surprised it's still being made. I kind of expected it would have got canceled at this point. But I think Ubisoft is at the point they can't afford to cancel games. I think now they just need to hope for the best, that the game could get some type of audience that will buy it and stuff. So here is hoping for Ubisoft. I will be curious how well the Prince of Persia Sands of Time will do when it release next year. Hopefully the Prince of Persia fan base will show up and basically make this game a big old hit. But we just gotta wait and see on that one. Troubling news for Nintendo. According to GameStop, Nintendo end-user license agreement you won't actually own your Switch 2. Nintendo updated their EULA, which is their end-user license agreement, states that piracy, tampering, and modding of its console may render the Nintendo account service and or the applicable Nintendo device permanently unusable in whole or in part. So, I have no horse in this race when it comes to Nintendo products and how they do their business. But a lot of people are not really feeling on this whole EULA policy. So if anybody tried to do anything that on their Switch 2 that Nintendo would not allow, you're basically your $450 hardware could become just a big old paperweight. And I don't believe Nintendo would change anytime soon. So this is par for the course when it comes to Nintendo. Like, look at their big old battle with Power World developers over a patent over certain stuff that the game Power World lets you do that some Pokemon game does. But the thing is, Nintendo did not develop those mechanics. So it is really par for the course that Nintendo is going this far for their devices. Will this affect the Switch 2 sales because of this news? Highly doubtful, because when it comes to the Nintendo fanbase, they are very strong and committed to the Nintendo brand. So I don't see any worldwide backlash of Nintendo for this. We'll see what happens in case somebody do try to do this with the Switch 2. But I don't know. Like, I don't see, even if this would get backlash, I doubt Nintendo is going to change their ways, because like is very so often Nintendo will reverse, like, change something that they established. So I guess we'll see what happens. We're getting close to the official launch of the Switch 2. I believe it comes out I believe it's next month. The console goes out to the public. Like, people already got their pre-order and stuff. Like, there was some people that was like against the whole $80 Mario Kart, but they're buying it. They're buying the $500 version of it. So it's like, it's nothing new. Like, people will say something bad, and next thing you know, they'll go back on their word and get it. It's nothing new. So I don't expect no type of hate or anything that involved with this coming Nintendo way. They probably journalists, or I guess probably like a small certain group, will look at them very differently because of this. But overall, it's just gonna be like, another bad news about Nintendo. Alright, next. Man, unfortunately, that's just how the gaming community rolls nowadays. Half of the time, they never stand on business unless you're a PC user. To end off this news, we got word Jade Raymond, who's the head of Haven's Interactive Studios that PlayStation bought like 2 or 3 years ago at this point. She have left the company that she founded. And this just became a whole freaking mess. Like, her studio have been working on this game called Fair's Game, and we haven't seen no update of it whatsoever. She previously was at one company, but then she left that one. Sony picked up her studio that she founded. Now she is gone, and we don't know what's going to be the state of Fair Games. We don't know if the studio going to get shut down. We don't know if the game's going to get canceled. Is the game still going to release at some point? We don't know. I just saying this whole multiplayer this whole gaming service initiative that that PlayStation is doing when Jim Ryan was around was a big old fail, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. Like, the only saving grace from this was when Helldivers 2 dropped, but even then, ever since after that, it's just been non-stop flops for this game as a service thing. And people are just, PlayStation fans are, they just sick of it at this point. Like, Bungie Marathon is not doing well because they're dealing with the whole stealing art fiasco that's going on right now. And at this point, I think Sony should just consume Bungie and have them do something else because this crap is ridiculous. I don't know why Sony agreed to the $3 billion payment with Bungie so they could stay independent. I'd be like, I would just say no to Bungie and stuff because this is just getting ridiculous at this point. Hopefully, PlayStation will go back what they're good at, making single player games because that's literally all we're asking. Screw this multiplayer stuff. Just give it to single player games and just call it a day. But anyway, that's all I had to say on that matter. What do you guys think? You think Fair Games is going to get released anytime soon because of Jade Raymond leaving the company? Are you excited for the Snake Eyes game that's being made right now? Are you interested in the Nintendo Switch 2 after they updated their end user license agreement? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.